this White House and that she lives with her parents somewhere in the suburbs. What do you make of those rumors?
I make of the fact that just when you think the Washington Post can't get things any more wrong, they do, and that is an outrageous and ridiculous claim.
So why is the liberal media so focused on attacking the First Lady? Here to debate this is RNC spokesperson Kayleigh Mcenany and Fox News contributor Jessica Tarlov. Thank you both for being with us.
Good morning.
Kayleigh, Jessica and I are talking about you this morning, just hoping everything went well with your surgery. I wanted to just tell you that we've been praying for you and we wish you all the best. How are things going? By the way, for the audience, you had a double mastectomy because of the BRCA. You had the BRCA gene. How are you doing?
Thanks so much, Ainsley. I appreciate the prayers. I'm doing great. I'm feeling strong, and mainly I'm feeling at peace, knowing my chances of breast cancer are down to virtually zero. And thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to share with women. The outpouring of support has been amazing. So many strong women in this country and around the world.
Well, you're so brave. We were saying that.
So happy to have you back. And
yeah.
It's wonderful that you shared
Jessica.
your story for all of us.
It really is. I'm going to go get tested now because of your story. So thank you for that.
Thanks,
you're very
Ainsley.
brave.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to this topic because Melania was in the Rose Garden yesterday. We all watched that. She looked amazing, of course, as always, and saying that her platform's now to go after cyberbullying and just kids, putting kids first, which is a beautiful message. But of course, she's being attacked by the mainstream media. What are your thoughts? Kayleigh, start with you.
Look, it's incredible. They will sink to no low to attack anyone with the last name of Trump. And we saw it throughout the 2016 election. They were not just condescending to Melania. They weren't rude. They weren't just petty, but they were outright libelous. The Daily Mail making up stories about her immigration status. Remember, we were told Melania would never move to the White House. Well, in fact, she did. That was always a fake news story. So yet they make up another one. And if this were any other woman, if this were any other person with a different political affiliation, they would be celebrating her. She's an immigrant. She's a strong woman. She's helping children. But instead, they attack her. They tear her down simply because she has the last name of Trump.
Jessica?
I agree with a lot of what Kayleigh said there. I personally admire the fact that the First Lady is an immigrant. She knows 5 languages. I think mocking her accent is completely unacceptable. I do think we can have a productive conversation, though, about the causes that she's taken up in relation to the fact that her husband is the largest cyber bullier there is. It appears that her cybersecurity guidelines are actually ripped off from a 2014 Obama-era guide. These are things that we can talk about without personally attacking her. She is taking on more than the average First Lady. She has 3 causes, whereas usually it's just one main focus. It'll be interesting to see what the results are, but you know, when they go low, we got to go high here. So no accent shaming, and let's see what she can really do with this agenda.
Her approval rating really high right now. According to CNN, this month it's 57% approval rating, and in January 47%. So she's gone up 10 points. That's pretty phenomenal. Why is that, Kayleigh?
Because people recognize what she's doing. As Jessica just mentioned, her platform has a lot of breadth to it, a lot of aspects. It's a very strong initiative. And she's done this, by the way, with just a handful of people in her office. Michelle Obama had 20-plus staffers. Melania can count on one hand her number of staffers. She's doing this and achieving so much at a record rate. And people recognize it. That's why she's gained among Democrats by double digits. She's gained among women by double digits. People recognize success, and they're rewarding her for it. And meanwhile, by the way, mainstream media, lowest recorded approval rating in Gallup history. So she's soaring, and the mainstream media is sinking.
Jessica, what do you think about the headlines? They're tearing her down. They're smearing her. They're asking where she sleeps at night, if she has a house in the suburbs. Is it really any of their business?
No, it's not any of their business, but I would say that if this were any other president, the same kind of palace intrigue would be going on. We knew very clearly what President Obama and Michelle Obama's relationships were like. They were very affectionate with one another. For instance, you know, the frostiness, as it were, between Melania and her husband is sometimes on display. We saw this with the French visit with Macron versus how the Trumps were behaving. I personally don't like to speculate about these things. You do what you need to do. It seems like her priority is protecting her son from all of this gossip and kids more generally. So as Kayleigh said, I'd like to see where this goes. She does not have as many staffers as maybe she needs to get this done at the level that it should be. But again, I don't want to see anyone mocked for things that don't have to do with policy. So talk about the real issues here and let's move on from
All
it.
right, Kayleigh, Jessica, thanks so much for being
Thanks
with
a lot,
us.
Ainsley.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, Ainsley.
You're welcome. Lieutenant Colonel Oliver North, just picked to lead the NRA, he joins us live for his first interview since the announcement coming up next. And it is the rallying cry of socialists everywhere.